Hi, my name is Yona. I'm the after-school leader at Field Teen Center, and today I'm going to talk about Akata Witch by Nnedi Okafor, which I listened to as an audiobook on Libby. Sunny, the main character, is unusual in several ways. The most obvious way is that she has albinism, so her skin and hair are very pale, even though she is Black and Nigerian. And she's also very sensitive to the sun and has to stay out of it for the most part. She's also sort of caught between worlds. She spent part of her childhood in Nigeria and part of it in the United States. So when she comes back to Nigeria, she gets made fun of for her American accent. And that's not the only way that she's caught between worlds. She also exists between the magical world and the non-magical world, because as she quickly finds out, she has magical powers that she has to learn how to control. She spends most of the story as a student in a magical school. This is definitely an enjoyable read if you liked stories like Harry Potter and other magical school stories, like My Hero Academia maybe, but it feels very different from those stories. So obviously it takes place in Nigeria, which means we get to see these really colorful marketplaces and we see jungles and there's a bridge with a water monster under it that tries to attack her. But culturally, there is also a difference in the way magic is approached, the way people talk to each other and their elders, and even how the school functions. It's much smaller than the sprawling Harry Potter castle. Her classmates, there is a set of 4 of them, and they are tutored by one teacher who he does give them some homework, but for the most part, he's like, go meet this guy in the forest. And he just sends them out to learn by doing. And a lot of the learning they do is very dangerous and they can't tell their parents. So that's a thing. One of the big themes in this story is teamwork, because they are going up against these big dangerous forces and they're all young kids. I believe she's 12 and the oldest of them is like 14 or 15. And these are not forces that they could go up against alone. This is like destiny level magic badness. And so it's really cool to see these 4 teens who don't really get along at first and have really strong personalities, learning to deal with each other and to work together despite their differences. Another big theme is defying expectations, or using the things that other people would see as a weakness and turning them into a strength. So like I said, she has albinism, and it turns out that in this world, your strong physical characteristics are usually indications of the kind of magic you will have. So because of her albinism, she ironically has powers that relate to light and the sun and going between worlds, actually. And that kind of thing comes into play a lot. In the earlier part of the story, her albinism and being a girl prevents her from being able to play soccer. She loves playing soccer, but the boys don't let her play. And later in the story, playing soccer is not only really important to the story, but we get to see how powerful she has become in a lot of ways, mostly non-magical ways, just by being confident and by having the support of another member of her team. I don't want to give too much away because that's actually one of my favorite scenes. I don't like sports that much. I don't really care. And I was surprised how caught up I was in this fictional scene about soccer. The magic in this world is also really interesting. Some of it is like recipes almost. She does this spell to sneak out of her house and she's fussing over trying to get the right kind of goat head because she has to use a goat head in this spell. And I don't mean like a sticker, I mean like the head of a goat. So there is some of that, but a lot of it is also calling upon spirits or speaking in the language of a firefly to get the firefly to help you and learning how to ask nicely, and calling upon ancestors and ancestral magic. And I think those kinds of things make this story really unique and really engaging. So if you enjoy stories of young people doing magic, this one should definitely be on your list because it was a really fun read. If you have read this story, let me know what you think. Tell me your favorite character, your favorite scene, or anything else that you thought or liked about it?